So this is important for any social media creator and copyright law. So I just did a TikTok yesterday on the lawsuit against Crumbl by Warner Media and the TikTok videos that Crumbl used and the music that's contained in it. And I got a lot of comments, people saying, oh, well, all the music on TikTok should be fair game because it's licensed. No, hold on. And just so you know, this isn't legal advice. If you have questions, seek your own attorney. And this is also especially important for people who are making money off TikTok for commercial gain, whether it be through TikTok Shop, whether it be through paid views, likes, whatever, or if you have a third party that is paying you to do a TikTok, or if you have your own business and you're promoting your business, or you're just have your own gig and you're an independent contractor and you're promoting yourself, that could all be considered commercial purposes. So what you need to know is that there's a separate commercial music part that should keep you safe, but I don't know on the back end. So what you have to do is you have to go, when you create a video, you click on the little plus sign, and then once you finish the video, up pops the music part. But also, so you know, if you're putting in your own music, if it's playing in the background or if you put it in before you upload, you don't have a license to that unless you actually get a license. So you could also be sued for putting in the music beforehand. So the best way to play it safe is either finding music that you get a license to. Then there's some music online that you can get that is in the realm that either you can pay for or is in the public domain that you can use, but you'd have to find out if it's in the public domain or actually purchase it. Once you have, then you can upload it and put it into your video. But if you don't do that, then on TikTok, when you click on the sounds part, something pulls up to search all the sounds, and then there's a little magnifying glass thing. You have to click on the magnifying glass. Then you click on the magnifying glass, and then up pops sounds. And then you click on the up part that says sounds, and there comes down a drop-down menu, or should, and it should say commercial sound. Maybe you need a commercial account to even have that show up, but that is the best way to play it safe, is staying in that commercial sound bank. If you go outside of that, you could get sued. So all the music on there isn't for commercial purposes. You specifically have to narrow it down to the commercial sound part. And also, if you do a stitch of somebody, or if you do a duet or whatever, a remix of somebody else's video, and again, you're using it for commercial purposes, you could get sued by that person for copyright infringement. So just because you can do it, or if it is there on TikTok, doesn't mean it's legal. And so what's going on the back end is I had to read the terms and conditions, and the terms and conditions say you don't have a license to anything. So technically you don't have a license to any of that music. And technically you could be violating copyright law. So that's why I'm saying it's using the commercial music is the best way to play it safe. But according to the terms and conditions, you don't even have a license to that music. But there's a separate part in the terms and conditions that I had to pull up. It's not actually in the terms and conditions. You have to find it separately about commercial music. And it says you can use that commercial music. So, that kind of creates an ambiguity, because even though they say you don't have a license to any of this music, they're actually licensing technically to you that music. But also, I have not seen the agreement between Warner Media and between TikTok. And I don't know if in that agreement there is the right to sub-license to TikTok creators. So even though the terms and conditions say that, the terms and conditions might be violating the agreement. So again, the best way to play it safe is using that commercial purposes. And then also, I mentioned with the Crumbl lawsuit that they're suing them for $24 million, But how it works under the copyright statute is you can get statutory damages where you don't even have to prove necessarily that you lost money. If they violated, you can get money, and it just be up to the judge to determine how much. If you can prove that it was willful, like they willfully knew they were violating copyright, then you can get $150,000 fine for each violation. So that's where they're coming up with the 24 million. If it's not willful, then it goes down to like 700 to 10,000 per violation, and then the judge will determine, some kind of amount between that $700 and $10,000. So it could be a less severe lawsuit if, for whatever reason, Crumbl didn't know and just thought everything was licensed, and they can prove that it wasn't willful and they thought it was licensed music, and then that would make the damages go way down. But anyway, that's the rundown on copyright law. Everyone stay safe out there.